Hello everybody, I'm Rich Casciato. I'm with Taylor Guitars out of El Cajon, California, and I'm here at Will Cut Guitars. And we thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about our ES2 electronic system in all of our new acoustic guitars, and some tricks and some ideas on how to get the best use out of your ES2. So a couple of quick things, if you don't already know it, if you have an ES2, you see three knobs here. They are not labeled. The idea being is that just kind of look at them. A top on an acoustic guitar is like your volume control of your acoustic guitar anyway. So the knob that's closest to the top is your volume control. You have two tone controls back here, a bass and a treble. The bass is closest to the back of the guitar, closest to what you hear. So bass, treble, volume. There's also a detent portion of each knob. And it's always best to start in the detent position. So all of your white knobs here, just have them point right towards the neck. So even if you change gigs, you use your same gear all the time, but you change rooms, always start with them facing down below, because every room's going to be different. So we are plugged into an amp. We're using a Fishman loud box, and all of the controls are straight up. Everything is flat. All right. So just to kind of get started here, a couple of things to keep in mind with this system. This is an active system. It's not a passive system. A lot of you know that, but I'm just trying to help you get your hands and your mind wrapped around this system. So since this is active and we're in a center detent position, this is your starting flat position. So if you're using a flat pick, there's your overall acoustic sound. Oh, I should tell you, we're using our new 714 CE, our newly designed guitar, and this is a rosewood back and sides, Koa binding, Lutz spruce top. And of course, we use Elixir strings on all of our guitars. So we have just a standard flat acoustic sound. Or if you just use your fingers, just a nice solid sound. But let's say that you want your grand auditorium guitar to sound more like a jumbo. All right. What you can do is just ever so slightly add just a little bit of bass here and take away a little bit of the treble. So if I start flat again and I just increase the bass just a little bit and take a little bit of that high end away, depending on how good these microphones will pick this up, you should have heard a lot deeper, more rich tone with a bump in the lower mids, which gave you more of an effect of a jumbo sound. If I wanted to sound like a dreadnought, I might actually pull a little bit more of those highs out. And by a little bit, I mean just a bump. That's all it takes, because remember, these are active. So I've reduced a lot of that high-end brightness. If I put this back in, you should have heard a lot more high-end coming out of that. So it depends on how you want the guitar to sound. But the really cool thing about this pickup is that you can make sure you blend with your other guitar players a lot better. So if you're playing with another acoustic player and you're both plugged in, you have to understand, you have to go back to this active. It's active, it's active, it's not passive. So when I ever so slightly change these tone controls, I'm actually making my own EQ curve. All right? So if I want the guitar to stand out bright, I can and I can make it sound a lot brighter. If I have a guy with a rosewood strumming along, I can stand out a lot more. But one of the cool things that you can do is you can turn your acoustic guitar into like an electric jazz box. So if I take these knobs and I make them talk to each other, I'm just facing them together, okay? I've now got kind of like an old arch top. So I can do all those cool, if I was playing good notes. So you can also do that sort of a thing. And really easy, I can just bring these things right back down, facing down, and I've got my acoustic guitar back. So So I hope that gives you just a little bit of an idea of different ways you can use the ES2. And if you have any questions about it, please call all the guys here at Wilcutt's, and they'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for listening.